and there are very few people that have ever been even close to what Lottie has gone through, Brooke.
Chad Myers, thank you. Lottie, you, me, Powerball, I'm in. Lottie Williams, thank you so much for calling in. How rare for that to happen to her. Coming up here, more fallout today in the Miami Dolphins bullying scandal. Up next, new questions on what Dolphin coaches knew before the apparent victim here in this case, Jonathan Martin, left the team. And some teammates are stepping forward to rally behind the accused, Richie Incognito. We're going to talk about that. And from average Joe to mayor-elect. You heard about this? We'll be talking to one stay-at-home dad who has just won his town's mayoral election, and his name wasn't even on the ballot.
I'm Angela, and I didn't think I could quit smoking, but Chantix helped me do it. I told my doctor I think I'm ready.
Along with support, Chantix Varenicline is proven to help people quit smoking. It reduces the urge to smoke.
I knew that I could smoke for the first 7 days. I knew that I wasn't putting nicotine back into my body to try to quit.
Some people had changes in behavior, thinking or mood, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, and suicidal thoughts or actions while taking or after stopping Chantix. If you notice any of these, stop Chantix and call your doctor right away. Tell your doctor about any history of mental health problems, which could get worse while taking Chantix. Don't take Chantix if you've had a serious allergic or skin reaction to it. If you develop these, stop Chantix and see your doctor right away, as some can be life-threatening. Tell your doctor if you have a history of heart or blood vessel problems, or if you develop new or worse symptoms. Get medical help right away if you have symptoms of a heart attack or stroke. Use caution when driving or operating machinery. Common side effects include nausea, trouble sleeping, and unusual dreams.
If I could describe being a non-smoker, I would say awesome.
Ask your doctor if Chantix is right for you.
Life with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis is a daily game of what-ifs.
What if my abdominal pain and cramps come back? What if the plane gets delayed? What if I can't hide my symptoms? What if?
But what if the most important question is the one you're not asking? What if the underlying cause of your symptoms is damaging inflammation? For help getting the answers you need, talk to your doctor and visit crohnsandcolitisinfo.com to get your complimentary Q&A book with information from experts on your condition.
Humans. We are beautifully imperfect creatures living in an imperfect world. That's why Liberty Mutual Insurance has your back, offering exclusive products like optional better car replacement, where if your car is totaled, we give you the money to buy one a model year newer. Call 1-888-558-3357 and ask an insurance expert about all our benefits today. Like our 24/7 support and service. Because at Liberty Mutual Insurance, we believe our customers do their best out there in the world. So we do everything we can to be there for them when they need us. Plus, you could save hundreds when you switch, up to $423. Call 1-888-558-3357 today. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Responsibility. What's your policy?
The day my doctor told me I had diabetes, I remember thinking, there's a lot I have to do. Check my blood sugar, eat better, start insulin. Today I learned there's something I don't have to do anymore. My doctor said with Levemir Flex Pen, I don't have to use a syringe and a vial.
Levemir Flex Pen comes pre-filled with long-acting insulin taken once daily for type 2 diabetes to help control high blood sugar. Dial the exact dose. Inject by pushing a button. No drawing from a vial. No refrigeration for up to 42 days. Levemir Insulin Detamir rDNA origin injection is not recommended to treat diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not use Levemir if you are allergic to any of its ingredients. The most common side effect is low blood sugar, which may cause symptoms such as sweating, shakiness, confusion, and headache. Severe low blood sugar can be serious and life-threatening. Ask your healthcare provider about alcohol use, operating machinery, or driving. Other possible side effects include injection site reactions. Tell your healthcare provider about all medicines you take and all of your medical conditions. Get medical help right away if you experience serious allergic reactions such as body rash, trouble with breathing, fast heartbeat, or sweating.
FlexPen is insulin delivery my way.
Covered by most insurance plans, including Medicare. Ask your healthcare provider about Levemir FlexPen today.
Bottom of the hour, I'm Brooke Baldwin, and today this new twist to the Miami Dolphins bullying scandal. Some Dolphins players are coming to the defense of Richie Incognito, suspended after he allegedly bullied Jonathan Martin. Here is quarterback on the team here, Ryan Tannehill.
I think if you would have asked John Martin a week before, who his best friend on the team was, he would have said Richie Incognito. The first guy to stand up for Jonathan when anything went down on the field, any kind of tussle, Richie was the first guy there.
Pro Football Talk reports that Martin's agent complained before Martin left the team to the Dolphins general manager, to Jeff Ireland, about how Richie Incognito had treated Martin. And this website reports that Ireland's solution was for Martin to, quote unquote, punch Incognito. And there's more. There are reports that after Martin left the team, he checked into a hospital to be treated for emotional distress, and coach Joe Philbin visited him at the hospital. I want to bring in former pro player Joe Ehrmann, who spent 13 years in the NFL, mostly with the Baltimore Colts. So welcome, sir. Nice to see you. Let me just begin with these voicemails, the threats of death, the texts, the incognito videos that are coming out of him at a bar, being this big, rough and tough guy. You just heard the soundbite. How are these Miami players now coming out and supporting this guy, Incognito?
Well, I think it's very conflicted, very confused there. I'll say this. I've been in and around the NFL for 40 years. I do an awful lot of workshops in the NFL. Every team has to have a player conduct session. The thing that moves most players off of the criminal sports page to the criminal page has to do with false concepts of masculinity. And I think embedded in this is, well, it's about what does it mean to be a man. I think you have a culture here, and it's very much a microcosm of the American culture, but masculinity is built on dominance, power, and control. And when you have someone that doesn't fit that construct, that has her own individuality, I think that often creates a lot of tension in the midst of that. So it seems to me, the Incognito kid was kind of keeper of the culture. And Martin didn't quite fit that context, and therefore you had threats and whatever was done. I do know this, the NFL will investigate, and the NFL and the NFLPA won't tolerate this.
It's interesting you bring that point up. I was talking to someone yesterday, and it really brings up thoughts of really what it does mean to be a man, specifically in this professional football culture. And when you hear about these reports, of what the general manager, said to this agent of Martin's to just punch him, or, the reports that these coaches were telling Martin to toughen up. I mean, this is not a normal workplace, Joe.
Well, it's not, but somehow we got this idea that to be kind, compassionate, and empathic is mutually exclusive of being tough, aggressive, and totally sold out to win. That Martin kid was a terrific football player and just didn't have to manifest what other people thought that he needed to project in order to play on the field.
Let me quote you, because you say this. You say, what about the bystanders who knew, watched, and did nothing? If this was happening, they all knew. Seems to me that there is a lack of moral courage and moral clarity by many on the team. Are you talking about, like you say, you've been around pro football for decades. This isn't just players. This is coaches, possibly general manager. Is this a Miami problem, Joe, or is this a league problem?
I think it's an American problem. I think it's part of the entire culture. It's played out. It's played out wherever you have hypermasculinity. You have homophobia. You have all kinds of gender violence, misogyny, and you have bullying and hazing. I think when men don't understand themselves, when their hearts are disconnected from their heads, which is what much of masculinity tries to do with young boys, you have this lack of empathy.
But
and
it
seems to me there's a lack of empathy that they're...
It is the most popular sport in America. Doesn't seem to matter for fans, does it?
No, I think fans project it, but I think for many fans, it projects what a man's supposed to be like, and I think what we have to do is dismantle that. I think how you perceive people dictates how you treat them. That man was considered outside of the cultural box, called all kinds of names to try to get him to climb back into that box. As an individual, it appears to me he stood up for his own authenticity as a man and as a player, and that was not well received.
Joe Ehrmann, great perspective today. Thank you so much. In Fukushima, Japan, engineers announced